Good morning, good morning. Happy Made Easy Monday. And I have a new fun kit to share with you today. This is a new kit for the month of November. So let me open it up. I did take it out of the packaging already for us, but it is the Nature's Painting Kit. Now, this kit is one of my favorites because I would kind of call this like a technique kit. It comes with so many tools. It comes with a great pad that we will go through. And of course, it always comes with our instruction sheet and in the super cute box. So let's unpack this and see what it's all about, right? So this is a watercolor technique, I would call it, kit. And so inside you can see here's the instructions. It's got this great tablet that will, tablet pad with all these different patterns that I will show you in a second. Of course, there are color suggestions on how to do some of these different watercolors, which shares some of the techniques. And then of course it shares with you all the different colors that coordinate and all of that. So that is our fun sheet. It comes with a set of watercolor coloring pencils. So you can use these two ways. You can use them just as colored pencils as is, and you can also use them as fun watercolor pencils. We get a water painter pen with it, a brush. So these are brushes that you can refill. So they unscrew and you fill them with water and then you screw it back on. And then this becomes your like watercolor paintbrush. So instead of having to have a brush, dip it in water and do all of that, it's all self-contained and enclosed. So you can actually watercolor on a plane. You could watercolor in the car. You could watercolor anywhere. I like mess-free watercoloring. That's what I call it, right? So super easy. The pencils are nice because we do sell watercolor pencils. However, this set actually has colors that our watercolor pencil sets don't have in them. So I loved this as a great addition to those because it gave me new colors than my other two watercolor pencil sets. So this is super fun. And of course, as always, it's color coordination. So our ink pads, our cardstock, our designer series patterned paper, all of the colors go together. So same with our watercolor pencils. So Daffodil Delight is the yellow in this. We also have Daffodil Delight ink and Daffodil Delight markers and cardstock and DSP that has Daffodil Delight in it. So one thing I so appreciate about our Stampin' Up! Is how well everything coordinates together. So you get those two tools, and then to teach us some of these watercolor techniques and let us have that practice, there is this great tablet of designs. And so these are like already printed designs. So instead of having to, stamp your image onto our watercolor paper that we sell, this is already pre-printed for us. So this kit is great for anyone who loves to color. Those adult coloring books are so trendy and so popular. And this is kind of a spin-off of that with some watercoloring. So look at these beautiful designs, kind of some border images. What you can do with these after you watercolor them is you can turn them into card fronts, or you could just leave them, in this pad. And so you could stamp a sentiment here in this middle part and then cut this down to fit a card front, and it would make a beautiful card. So there's all kinds of different floral designs. There are, this is kind of some fern designs, beautiful. These great beachy kind of palm fronds, right? We've got a thistle, a thistle flower, and some other beautiful flowers, kind of tropical. We've got sunflowers. I mean, so many different designs. Then there's some seasonal things. So there's some fall designs. There are some Christmas ones. So here's an example. I did one ahead of time. It's a beautiful poinsettia, and that is, so you just color it in. We're going to do one here in a minute, but you just color it in and then do your watercoloring to it. The paper in here is the watercolor paper, so it's going to hold the water, and you know, it's not going to affect your paper or anything like that. So there's those designs. Let's see what else we got. Then we've got some blank, so you can do your own designs in there. So one thing I did with this first was I swatched all of these colors. So I just wrote the name and number of each color all the way down on one of these blank sheets. And then I did some watercolor swatching in here so that you can really see how all of those colors react to the paper and the water and how vibrant they are, right? So I just took one of my pencils, and so what I did was I just added some color all the way across. Then I used my water painter with some water in it, and from the right side to the left, so a little bit backwards, but we want to go light to dark, right? So I just started adding my water to this from right to left, and then it really shows you how beautiful each of these colors are from their darkest pigment all the way till they're blended down and lighter. So when you get your kit, you'll have to do that. And then I will save this like I do for my other watercolor pencil sets and have this as just a reference point to those colors. So I love this cute little tablet. I think it's really fun to practice watercoloring. And then these beautiful designs, you can turn them into anything, right? So I have one of these opened up. So let me grab those. So I think we should do one, don't you? So sometimes I like to just have a little paper towel near me for, you know, just taking off the color or whatever. And so let's see, what design should we do? How about that pretty sunflower? I know there's some sunflower lovers here. Like I love sunflowers. They're just so beautiful. Where did it go? There's the thistle. My mom loves the thistle stamp that we had. And so here we go. Let's do this fun sunflower. So we're going to take our, you know, sunflowers are kind of multicolored, right? So they're kind of like, of course they're yellow, but they also have some, you know, orange and some brown in them. So we won't do this whole design, but I really want you to see how easy this is. So our pencils are nice and soft, so you don't have to press super hard to lay color down. They just color in real beautifully. So I just laid some light coloring. Good morning, Stephanie. Hope you're doing better, my friend. And let's take some of our pumpkin pie. Hi, Linda. And we'll add a little bit of orange in these details here. A little bit of this pumpkin pie. Just in the detail of that. The centers, I think, are usually brown, so we'll use some early espresso. And we'll just kind of lightly, can kind of use the side of your pencil a bit to just add kind of a base of color, right? And then wherever there are shadow designs from our Stampin' Up! Artists, right? Like with our stamped images, you'll see that there's like darker highlighted details, right? So in there, we'll just take our pencil and kind of darken in those areas. Because they've already highlighted it for us, no need to think, right? So I'm just kind of going over just some of those little detail areas and just adding a little bit more color to that detailing. I love our kits collection because everything you need comes inside, and how they did that with a watercolor set. I think it's brilliant, right? Because you really get all your tools. So if you don't even have watercolor set yet, this is a perfect place to start because you really do get, you know, all the tools that we need. Let's do one of our leaves here because I really want you to see how beautiful this will come together. So again, I'm just laying down, this is garden green. So I'm just laying down a bit of light, you know, just kind of filling that in lightly. Made Easy Mondays are so fun because there really isn't any prep. Like if you ever can't think of a project to do, you grab one of our kits and that is just inspiration. Because I was doing one of these, you know, the poinsettia that I did this weekend, and it made me just want to watercolor more even after I did it. So it was great for some inspiration. So now I'm just going along the veins of this leaf and just coloring in a bit darker in those areas. And let's do a couple more of these sunflowers because I really want you to see the petals. I really want you to see how beautiful this comes together. And then a bit of pumpkin pie in those detailings and even along kind of this center here. Okay, so this is of course not finished. Good morning, Ty. Are you so excited? Look what I'm sharing. All these beautiful nature's painting designs. So it's such a beautiful kit. It's such a beautiful kit. She messaged me and was like, oh, it's just a must-have. It really, really is. Okay, so we've got our color with our pencils. Now we're gonna take our water painter brush here. And so I've already got, you can see, I didn't fill it full because I wanted you to be able to see how you just add the water right inside there, so easy. And then when you squeeze, this is why I like to have the paper towel. When you squeeze, you can see, you just squeeze right and the water comes right through the brush. So easy. This is like easy peasy watercoloring, right? Okay, so we'll start over here with our leaf and we're just going to lightly squeeze so we get just a little bit of water on there. And then I just kind of like circular motion go around that whole area. If you get a bit too much water on there, your paper towel will come in handy to just kind of wipe it right off, okay? And then I usually just drop a little bit of dot out just to make sure that I got the color off my brush when I'm changing the different colors that I'm gonna do. And we'll just start in here with some of our yellow, our Daffodil Delight, and our pumpkin pie. And we'll just blend these. So it's kind of like the tools do all the work for us. You don't really have to know watercoloring to be able to get that beautiful watercolor look. I know, Ty, you're just gonna love it. It's so fun. So you can see how the leaf looks very watercolored, right? And in the petals, I didn't add water yet to these ones here, but you can see how beautifully they blend in the ones that I did. So let me show you another leaf here. Let's add a bit of color. And sometimes I just turn this just so that it is easily closer to me, right? So we'll just fill this leaf in again. Just kind of lightly fill that in and then just add a bit more color in those veins of that leaf, right? So now let's compare. When it's just water or when it's just colored in, it's beautiful as is, right? So you could just color these and it's already a beautiful image with color. And then when you add the water, you can really see how that leaf is transformed, right? Doesn't take very long for this to dry because it is that special watercolor paper, which I love. So in the instructions, one of the techniques I shared on a past video of mine, but I thought it was so neat that they share it in the instructions here. And that is to take our Coastal Cabana pencil and to lightly just kind of go around the entire image. So all I'm doing is adding kind of a light border around the whole image. And you will see once we add a bit of water to this part, it's going to be this beautiful shadow. Just making sure that I got all of this area here, because I want you to see this part of it. But it is this beautiful, so now let's squeeze it out since I'm changing colors. And we're just gonna add our water to this, and we're just gonna watch this transform. So I'll just go to here, but we're gonna watch this transform to this beautiful shadow that really gives that artistic, you know, watercolor look to the image. So I think this kit is one of the most fun kits that we've had. It's totally beautiful. It, you know, comes with everything that you need. And anybody on your Christmas list or your shopping list, maybe a birthday or whatever, this kit would be so perfect, because you don't need to be a crafter to have fun with this kit. With the Rage of the adult coloring books and whatnot, it is just a fun way to kind of bring some color inspiration, some joy, and some peace into someone's life, right? It's a good way to relax, and this kit is such a beautiful kit to help us do that. Everything you need all in one box. Totally made easy Monday. So I can't wait for you to get your kits and have so much fun. Make sure that you do your color swatches and then save those with your pencils, so that if you're ever wanting to know how you can, you know, which color would look good on an image, you have your swatches to be able to go by. It's such an easy way to organize that and be able to see, you know, instantly which one you want for your project. So happy Made Easy Monday. Order your Nature's Paintings kit. They're available right now in my online store. And as always, I super appreciate, I'm so very grateful for each and every one of you who order, who like my videos, who watch my videos, who subscribe, and who share them with your friends. It makes me just smile from ear to ear. So thank you, and I will see you guys soon for the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.